Your squidding is a very, very easy thing to learn. It's a very hard thing to perfect. It takes a long time, and it's just time on the water. I mean, you've got to use the best quality jigs you can. The Kmart special plastic thing which spirals down and jiggles around is not going to work. It will work on one day and you think, oh, that's worth the money. Time after time, these expensive jigs, and they are expensive, will work, and learn how the different sizes. We tend to, with clients who tend to be impatient with their retrieves, use the heavy sinkers, the faster sinkers, primarily because they tend to widen them in too quickly. The thing with these Yamashita's and all the high quality Japanese ones is they work well through the water when you rip them. If you watch the Japanese jigging for squid, it is bizarre. It's a long cast, it's the weight, they have a cigarette, have a beer, walk around the boat, and then they start winding it in and they rip them, and then they pause. And it's this rip and pause you've got to learn how to do, and it's a confidence thing. Craig and I fish differently with squid. I refuse to anchor. I don't think we're covering enough ground. He thinks I'm going over squid, and he anchors and waits for them. So there's two different ways to do it. I tend to use lighter jigs. 2.2 is about the heaviest I will generally use. The thing with the size of the squid and the size of the jigs, it progresses as the season goes on. November, I'm using 1.5s. So you can get away with them on brim gear, but the squid are only that big. There's no point throwing a jig the same size at them. It scares the shit out of them. So you've got your small ones in November, then by the time we get to May, I'm using the 2.2s, and I'm occasionally, if the big breeders are around, you go up to the 3s. And now the 3s are good in the deeper water as well. Take a bit of confidence to use because you think, shit, that's 20 bucks I'm hanging up on the bottom every time. You just got to get over that. And just, you know, you've just got to use it. Now, your best time for squidding, first thing in the morning. Your best tide is a high tide. They do like to come in to the beaches for a feed. They do like to come in over the kelp beds close to the headlands. So get your squidding done quickly, get it done efficiently. But if it's taking a while, don't have a hissy fit. Keep going, because the longer you're trying, the more you're learning. And people give up too early and go, let's go get a handful of yakkers. They go get a handful of yakkers. They sit at a spot. We come up, we've still squidded for an hour and a half, 2 hours, drop a squid down next to them, the yakker's done nothing for 2 hours, and the rod's not in the holder, and you're on. It is, if you're serious about fishing in the harbour, really, you've got to learn to squid.